What's going on YouTube? DarkWorldMOFO here with my Dark World Control games that I'm here to show you. I have 3 of them to show you all together, so let's get right into it because these duels are going to be moving pretty fast. So anyway, I don't remember which duel this is. Oh, this is the one where I'm playing against Kery's. And I start off extremely good with a very nice hand to gain some advantage, and this was, I think one of my favorite duels out of 3. Yeah, I think this was my favorite, and I'm glad this one's showing you guys first to show you how awesome this deck can be. So as you guys can see, I'm doing my Dark World shenanigans. Plowing through some snows to gain some advantage and kind of put my hand the way I want it. And I'm glad I did that because I had the Trance Archfiend, which would banish the snow to get it back if I needed to. So anyway, I start off with the Set Emptiness, Trance, Grapha, and Gates, any heavy storms, and then takes my Trance and then synchros with his dog, and he synchros in a Scrap Dragon. I'm like, alright, that's fine. And so then here he goes and attacks over him and sets 1 or 2 and passes his turn. And then here I draw into a return. I'm like, alright, this is perfect. I can set up that for later. And I use the brow. And he bottomlesses my beige, and I set all my cards and I pass my turn. And I'll take the 2800. I'm not too worried about that right now. And on the end phase, I return, I special summon my snow and then return it. And I grab my Grapha. And I'm thinking, alright, now I could do some cool stuff, or I could just kind of just do my snow thing and kind of wait a little bit. And then right here you're going to see me misplay actually. For some reason, I'm actually recording these the same night I played them, and it is almost 3 in the morning right now, so I am pretty tired. And I realized that in a minute you're going to see what I do. Right here, I could have killed him the turn before. That's what I was trying to say. I could have killed him the turn before with my return, but for some reason it didn't register that I had game on the field with the 2 snows beige and, or not the beige, but the 2 snows beige and the trance. But anyway, it didn't matter too much. And then I also realized that I had a Maxi in my hand when he played Instant Fusion, and I didn't do anything about it. But I realized it didn't matter too much because he was going to be forced to synchro and go off regardless, so I was still going to have some really good advantage, and I knew I was going to win the game right here. Because all I needed to do was draw into another Grapha and pop his back row and then attack over all this stuff, which is exactly what I did. So then right here I draw 2 off of the Maxi, and then I draw the tour guide as well, and I'm like, alright, this is gonna be ridiculous. And I obviously know I have the game right here. I get all 3 Graphas on board, and I go into Gimmick Puppet, and I destroy both of his monsters and then bring back all 3 Graphas, just complete and utter destruction. This was an awesome duel, and I could have won the turn before. I didn't realize I did, but I played very well in my opinion, and the game was really cool, especially with the 3 Graphas on field with the Gimmick Puppet. And now we are going into the second game that I have recorded, and this is actually a Dark World mirror match. And he asked me if I'm from YouTube, and I didn't want to tell him I definitely was, because he is my opponent, and I don't want to give anything away. So I just set the warning and pass, and I say maybe I'm from YouTube, etc., just kind of messing around with them. And it's kind of fun. And my hand's looking pretty good. I have some outlets I can kind of do, kind of just pick away at his cards and give some advantage with the Trag, Duality in hand, etc. And so I discard my Grapha and pop his Reckless Greed, and I'm like, of course, so he changed it. Then I attack for my 2000, play the Duality, and off of it I grab a Gates. And I play it too fast, and he has the Mind Crush, which is fine with me. So he Mind Crushes my Gates the 1-for-1, and I show my hand and I pass my turn. And so I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to lose this game. But you guys will see what happens. It actually turns out to be really awesome. He makes a misplay on his part later in the duel, and I'll point that out to you guys, because you guys might not catch it. So anyway, I warning his trance because I didn't want him to get any plays off. Like, he might have a handful of Dark Worlds, etc. And then right here I allured and banished my Trag, my other Trag. I could have kept both of them in my hand, but he saw what my hand was. So I wanted to banish the Trag so that he thinks that I could get my Dark Worlds engraved if he plays a drag down, because I could just chain the Max C. But so then right here I popped his back row after I attacked, because I wanted to bait something out. Like, I didn't really care about it, and I almost thought it was a reckless greed, and it was a reckless greed. And then right there, he dark holes me, and he wanted me to activate Trance's effect, but I said no. And so, because I didn't want to play the drag down, but he takes his risk and plays his drag down, and he hits my second drag. So there, he saw my flaw in my deck, and he was able to play his drag down. So anyway, he returns his graph. I draw one, and I'm in it with this snow. The snow just saved me the game right there. It really, really did. So I do all my little Dark World stuff. I searched the dealings, and I realized that why did I search dealings? Like I don't want to play that. So it was pretty dumb in my part. And then right here, I had a plan to keep my Grapha on board, set the Vanity's Emptiness, because what I thought he was going to do is I thought he was going to summon a Dark World, crash Graphas, and then main phase 2 try to bounce his Dark World back. And I realized he could have won the game right here because he had that gateway. He could have gone into Heliopolis, blown up my back row and my Grapha and attacked for game, but instead he went into Gimmick Puppet and didn't even normal summon anything um, to attack for game. He would have had game. I would have, like, if he summoned a Brow, if he had a Brow, I could have used my Vanity's Emptiness so he couldn't return for the Grapha. But he didn't summon anything, and I was like, that just costs you the game, man. Like, you really got to watch out for that kind of stuff. The Gimmick Puppet wouldn't do anything. He also thought that he could burn me through the Gimmick Puppet, and if that was the case, that card would be so good. But Graph is not an XYZ, and I'm not taking 3,000 damage. So then there, I seal the duel because he misplayed when he could have won the game. So that is what happened. Now we are on to the third duel. This is the very first match duel that I played with the deck tonight, and it was against Naturias. Now I know Naturias aren't very competitive, but I played very good in my opinion. I just wanted to give you guys a third game to show off what this deck can do, and you'll kind of see how awesome it is. So he has 5 set. I'm not too worried about him. Like, they could be a lot of trap cards, but I'll get over him somehow. And I already started baiting him out with the tour guide, and then he mirror forces, and I set the Eradicator, and I'm like, all right, I would really, really like to get this Eradicator off. So he reborns on Maxi, and I draw into a Silva. Then I draw into a Dark Smog. I'm like, I'll just set the Smog and pass, and start using some Smog plays. And I found that completely fine with me. And so I Smog, banish his Stink Beetle, or Stink Bug, whatever you guys want to call it. And I think right here he Solemn Judgments it for some reason. I guess he was really scared of it because he didn't want me to start getting my plays off, which I understand. But anyway, not too much happens right here, so I just pass my turn because I know I have some life left, and I'm not too worried about losing 1900 because I would like to draw into something and just be able to go off. And then main phase 2, he synchros into Ancient Fairy Dragon. And then right here I draw into the gates, and this is another, not a misplay, but I realized I should have discarded the Silva and special summoned the Silva, and if he had like Bottomless, I could have chained my Eradicator and then blown up all his back rows. But instead I went Grapha, didn't draw into a Dark World, activated my Reckless Greed, and then still realized that I had nothing to do, so I played my Duality, and I dug for a Trance the next turn, and I had a Trag in my hand, so that was really nice. And the next turn he does that, and then on his end phase, I Eradicated him for traps. And this is where it was just complete annihilation. I hit every single one of his back rows. He changed his safe zone to his Naturia Cliff to grab another Naturia monster, and I was a little bit confused as to why he did this. But like I said, Naturias don't have too many really good power plays they can do besides lock me out with the one that doesn't let me play something. And then he also said he had Starlight, and I explained to him why he couldn't use it. But anyway, I hit all 5 of his back rows, and I knew I had the duel from here, especially with my 5 cards in hand and my gates on the field. It was over from him there. So I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 duels. I hope you guys like this deck. I will have my updated deck profile up soon. I really, guys, like I said, I really do hope you enjoy it. Please make sure to give it a like, comment, subscribe. As always, guys, you guys are awesome. Please keep subscribing if you haven't already. This duel is coming to an end, so is this video, guys. So once again, thank you so much. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and everything. Look forward to tons of awesome more videos, Dark Worlds, and everything else in the Yu-Gi-Oh game, guys. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of this video.